So I break in 3 bursts coming out of the box, and I show you long. The traders don't bite. They don't commit. Well, I need you to commit. You don't believe me it's long? I'll hit it again and show you a long, buddy. You see it go up again, you feel as if you missed the move. So now you're like, damn it, it is going long. I get on. Traders commit their funds. I go, ha! Got you long. I was just kidding. Sorry about your luck. And I pull it down now the other way. The example of that, again, is the most recent chart, is Monday's 3 hits to the high. The third pass towards the high ensures that the retailers were long. But when that high fails to break, it is the signal for our group to take it the other way. Don't be fooled by the market maker's aggressive moves or the extended stop hunts to fall for his crap. Your job is to take a long near the locked low of the day and a short near at the locked high of the day. And I'll show you how to pick those points on the chart. The other trick that he does, he conceals the move behind the news announcements. You know that at 8:30 when non-farm comes out, that there's nothing different in Europe than there was at 8:25. He uses the news as the triggers to complete his patterns. That's why the news doesn't match the market behavior. And then you get these talking heads making up some crap that, oh, the Eurozone didn't bite for the bad news about the Euro. They took the Euro up today. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with where they are in the market cycle and how the contracts are built up. If they take the market long or Euro USD long on negative Euro news, that makes no sense. But they might have formed a W yesterday and be at level 2 in the cycle, and they need to stop hunt low, rise the price. So that's why that behavior is seen. Nothing else. It has to do with their secret targets, their secret price objectives. Not, oh man, I don't understand, Euro went up today, the news was negative. They say traders reacted positively. No, market makers faked everybody out with negative Euro news and rose the price. That's what they did. They conceal the cycle and complete the pattern behind the news announcements. You think they don't know that non-farm's coming out? First Friday of every month? They probably lick their chops waiting for that damn day to come out. They also blame geopolitical events. Nuclear reactor meltdown spiked the yen. I know they spiked the yen and got a lot of people excited, and it rose immediately after the spike. They did a stop hunt low, trapped the trader, showed momentum. People thought the bottom would fall out, and they trapped them 400, 500, 600 pips in the hole. And I know people traded that without a stop and got jacked up because I got emails. The news and the politics of the world are secrets used to complete their private cycle and their pattern I've illustrated for you. Nothing more. Don't be a victim of the market maker anymore. It's over. Okay? All right, here we go. Forex trading times, you can actually write them down. I'll go over them, then I'll be quiet for a minute. 5 p.m., high-low is reset. The market maker spread is set immediately at the open. 5:15, 5:30, right in that time, starts his business. The Asian session, 8:30 to 3 a.m. I left the gap time off of there from 5 to 8, dead gap. Okay? I'm going to throw it in there right now, because then I'll never remember to put it on there. You guys keep writing. Let's see. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. is dead gap. That's when a lot of traders try to scalp and all that stuff I talked about, all right? See, it spaces out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. All right, there you go. A little better. I need my wife up here to do this for me. Okay. Save it for good measure and blow it back up. Okay, 5 p.m. to 8, dead gap. Asian session, 8:30 to 3 a.m., gap time 3 to 3:30. London session, 3:30 to 9, gap time 9 to 9:30. New York session, 9:30 to 5, And I can tell you, as always, grab my pen. The New York session dies down between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, 1300. 12 to 1300, 1 p.m. Okay? No, I did put it. End of day gap, 5 to 8:30. I put it at the bottom. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'll erase this one now. Just kidding. All right, I'll be quiet for a minute. Write these times down, man. Every other time you've ever seen is pure crap. These are the times. That's it. Period. Okay, hey, a very good question came up. It says, does the 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. candle, which is the Asian session open, have any significance? It's a very good question. It's not consistent enough for you to make a profit because the moves don't usually follow through in Asia. Because most of the time, Asia is used as the continuation, accumulation part of the cycle. Excuse me. But it is, in fact, the session open. You'll see hammers and stuff like that issued around there. But most of the time, that falls into setting the accumulation channel or the market maker spread. So you're not going to get the follow through. I know Dick Schmidt likes to trade during those times, and he takes a small float out of the market during the Asian hours. Okay, well, I don't understand some of the questions. Are the timings plus or minus? Plus or minus what? Allen, confirm adjustment for winter in London Open. Okay. We go move the clock back an hour. So during the Asian and London session, move everything back 1 hour for winter, which is coming up when we move the clock October-ish. Here's the catch today. Got to be careful. Yes, Craig. I'll read that in a second. You got to be careful about this is, since it's Europe, London Open, that side of the world, if they haven't moved their clock yet and you have, then you have the adjusted time. But they might still move around 3 o'clock an hour later. When all parts of the world are honoring daylight savings time, when everyone's in line. So check. There's websites that talk about that stuff. Okay, yes, Craig. At the beginning of the session, you're looking for the false move. What happens is he'll end the session with an aggressive move, and then the new guy comes on, and they'll make a continuation of that move, false move. Let's say Asia was up, right? So Asia paints the first leg high. He pulls back, end the session, false move. London comes on, or trap move. London comes on. He makes the second leg of the W or M by pushing it up back towards the high. He might even spike the high and take it out to pick up the contracts. Then he'll reverse off of that number, false move session beginning, run his trend 6 to 8 hours into US. And then he might make the first leg at 8:30 or 8 o'clock, go into consolidation, spike it again at 9:30, issue a hammer and reverse when the new guy comes on. False moves are made at the beginning and end of the session intraday to trap the traders into swap and to jam them up for tomorrow. The same pattern also repeats throughout the course of the week. You'll have the same consolidation, tight range Sunday going into Monday, false move week beginning down, a multi-session M or W, which is they set the level on Monday, repeat the level on Tuesday, in line with the stop hunt. Okay, and then they'll make the unidirectional swing week ending a minimum of 3 days. That's where the guys that are catching the swing trades are coming in. The potential for a swing trade is 300 to 600 pips captured at the peak formation high of the week, peak formation low of the week. If you catch one of those points, you got about a 300 to 600 pip spread that you can grab for yourself. And I have people doing that consistently. I don't do it. The reason why is this. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little high-strung. If I wanted to stay married, I had to get the laptop off of my night table with my positions on. So since I can't look at it without waking my wife up and pissing her off, I needed to just be flat at the end of the day, the end of my trading day. Okay? So that's why I just take more contracts, grab my float, and I'm done. And at the end of the day, everything's off the board. I'm square, flat, whatever you want to call it, and that's how I trade it. All right, does everybody have this written down? It really is an important slide. Okay, cool. All right, it's driving me crazy that I messed up the slide. I can't help it. Part of my personality. Let me erase the bottom of this. Let me erase this one right here, because it was right. I didn't know it was on there. Okay, cool. Back in business. Okay, now, the timing is the second most important element of the business, right? I told you that. So you have to time map your dealer. Most important element of the business, the pattern. Market maker behavior, identifying that. Identifying his behavior at the right timing keys is solid gold. So now, the new indicators that we gave you, if you have Craig set, I'm sure he'll help you. Sorry, Craig, I put that on you. The new indicators have to match the time of the dealer you're using. If you don't have a dealer, I'd like you to contact Compass and let them put you into a good dealer. If you have a dealer, if you're offshore, if you want to trade, that's fine. But you have to identify the formations at the proper times or else they're garbage. You'll see M's and W's all day. If you don't understand the behavior at the gap times and the changeovers, you're not doing it right. Don't get confused with the time ribbon on the bottom of your broker's platform. That's their server time and where their server's located. Some of it's GMT plus 2, GMT plus 5, New York plus 6. You got to figure that out. I'm pretty sure Gary posted in the forum a little script that you put on your chart and it pings the server and gives you times all around the world. The broker server, your time, your trading zone, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. If you don't have it, go to the forum and get it. Put it on your chart, write down the times, bounce it off your broker server, ping his server and get the times, and make the adjustments accordingly. The way to make the adjustments is to go into the work time ribbon. I should have wrote some slides on that. I'm sorry. I will for next class. Go into the work time ribbon and make the appropriate adjustments. Okay? To match the timings, you should have your shadow boxes, your stop hunt zones, all need to come in at the appropriate times to show you where the possibility of the reversal and the stop hunts will occur. If you loaded the indicators today with Zen, if you haven't, it's okay. We'll look at the charts in a couple days. The charts are irrelevant right now. You got to grasp this concept and change your way of thinking. The chart is not important right now. We will look at the chart. You got to wrap your brain around the stuff I'm telling you first. And that's going to be a couple of days before we look at charts. I said this before, I say it for the last time. All other time references are garbage and should not be followed. Other than the times I've given you. That's it. That's your new times. Okay. A little more about the Brinks trade. The two most telling candles come in from 3:30 to 3:45 at the London session opener. 9:30 to 9:45, U.S. opener sets up the Brinks trade. Make a note. Okay, I lost the chat window on you guys. Sorry. So I can't see if you're asking me anything. There it is. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. Get it off of there. All right. Here's what I'm talking about. Let me grab my little pen and let's talk about this. Kind of crazy. Consolidation. 1, 2, 3 to the low. 3 bursts. Variations on the burst. I'll illustrate a few. Okay, some people are saying I went too fast on that previous slide. I'll go back one for a second. You guys should make a note. Sorry. Let me back up a second and leave that for a minute, too. All right, write it down. I'll take a second. I'll have a sip of Diet Coke. Okay. Coming right out of the box, you have 3 vector candles. The vector candles are an aggressive move. It's an engineering term, or I don't know, Zaim came up with this term because he was very technical and he needed something to make him feel better. So we came up with this. Market makers extend the initial low of the day in 3 pushes, right? This is the initial low of the day, correct? They extend that low in 1 burst, 2 bursts, the 3rd burst. The 3rd burst happens to hit our pre-measured 25 to 50 pip